Hey gang, welcome back to my channel. As the title says, we are in a new series right now, Retail Horror Stories, the joys of working in retail. Yes, what fun experiences they were. No, but in all seriousness though, I kind of am grateful for working in retail because it made me a lot more outspoken, confident, a little bit more extroverted as a person, and definitely gave me, more people and social skills. So I am grateful for the experience that it gave me. However, with that came a lot of horrible experiences. So let's jump right on in. The first job I got in retail, well, first ever job actually, part-time job, is working at Burlington Coat Factory in March of 2014. I had a little bit of experience before this. I worked a seasonal job at a shoe store called Line West that my brother's then girlfriend got me at the time. I worked there for almost 2 months, and surprisingly, I didn't have any bad experiences there. You think I would, being totally new to the retail field, and especially because I had zero experience working before that, but I guess I kind of lucked out on that one. But this time, in Burlington Coat Factory, this is I went through a lot in the store, not gonna lie, but also helped me grow the most out of all three jobs I have. I'm not counting the Nine West job. Well, I don't think I'm really sure really count Nine West because, like I said, I only worked there for like around 2 months. It was only considered seasonal, so I don't know. Anyway, so we'll just jump right into it because otherwise I'm gonna keep on blabbing. So, first horror story. So at Burlington, I worked in the shoe department and also as a cashier. Now, for those of you who are cashiers, or you just know automatically, you're pretty much forced to deal with people's BS and complaints about everything and anything you can think of. However, interestingly enough, my first experience wasn't at the cash register. I was working in the shoe department. So, this elderly guy once he wanted this pair of, I don't remember what the brand was, but so we'll just go with the Nike brand. He wanted this pair of Nike shoes, however, the shoes didn't have a price tag on them. So what we do with that, whenever that happens, we had to find a pair of shoes that's exactly the same or close to it, like same brand at the very least, to get a price for it. So I searched for the shoes, and I found the same brand, not exactly the same, but it was the same brand, so it was the best we could do. I came back to the guy and I told him, "Hey, the shoes are $14.99. Oh no, I'm sorry, they're $19.99." And the guy just all of a sudden just raised his voice at me. It was like, "Okay, which one is it? $14.99 or $19.99?" And I was like, "Okay, calm down, dude. I'm sorry. It's $19.99. I don't know why I said $14.99." And the guy was like, "Okay, well, get your shit straight because that's unprofessional for you to say a different number for no reason." Or it was something like that he said. I don't remember the exact words, but it was something to that effect. And I'm just standing there like, what? Oh, really, dude? You're really gonna get mad at me having a slip of the tongue and saying a different number instead of the correct number? Like, come on, out of all the things you want to get mad about in the store, that's what you want to get mad at? Really? That's depressing. Yeah, I'm serious, folks. That was just so, he was just being so irrational, because it's just like, I don't even know why I said $14.99. I don't know why I said that. It's just, I don't know, it was, like I said, it was just a simple mistake, but for some reason he wanted to be an ass about it, but what can you do, Some people are just like that. I had to learn that the difficult way. Second horror story. I was at the cash register this time. Kind of the same situation, except I had to take over for the girl that was ringing this woman out. Because the girl needed to go find shoes that had a price tag, because the pair of shoes that this woman wanted didn't have a price on it, so she was looking for a price for those shoes. So I took over for her. I rung everything else up from the woman. After I rung everything up, we waited for like a few minutes, and then the lady started getting really impatient and started huffing and puffing the whole time, and then eventually said, "Okay, you know what? This is taking way too long. Forget it. Just ring everything up. I gotta get going." And I was like, "Okay, I'll do that." So I rung up. No, I already rung up the rest of the items. I totaled everything out, and then I started begging her things. And then, for whatever reason, the associate who went to look for the price tag, she calls the register next to me for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why she didn't call my register, but she calls the register next to me, and the guy cashier responds, and she finds the price tag. He asks me if the woman still wants the shoes, and I tell the guy no, she doesn't want them anymore. But immediately after I said that, the woman was like, yes, I still want the shoes. And then when she said that, I was like, wait, hold on. Didn't you just say that you told me to forget about it and stuff? I don't what? But the guy ended up telling the associate that she didn't want the shoes because that's what I told him first. And when I realized it was too late, I was like, oh shit, what did I just do? And so after that, the woman got hella pissed at me. She didn't scream at me or anything, but she was just making these really snide comments about how, oh, well, that's fucking great. No, I gotta get going. I'm tired of being in this fucking store, and, come on. And she also had a kid with her. The kid was like 3 or 4 or 5 years old and stuff, and she said to her kid, come on, son, let's get going. I want to get the hell out of here because this guy doesn't know what he's doing, and this guy couldn't do his freaking job. And I'm just standing the whole time like, women, I'm sorry. You told me, you said forget about it, so I just thought that meant, you didn't want them anymore. Like, what do you want me to say? And I kept apologizing to her, but she just ignored me and kept huffing and puffing and rolling her eyes the whole time. And that just really irritated me because it's like I said, she said forget about it. That means to me that, you don't want them anymore, that you gotta get going. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think it was just, a simple miscommunication. But it just really bothered me because it's like, oh, God, I feel like I fucked up so badly on that day. I I just, but, even if I did legitimately mess up, she didn't have to be that rude about it. And so I think in that experience was actually worse than the first one, in my opinion, just because, I just, I honestly feel like I could have done better in that situation, but at the same time, that lady shouldn't have said, forget about it, I gotta go in, because, that tells me that you just want to get the hell out of here ASAP, So, yeah, gotta love customers, so. That bothers me for the rest of the day, and before I continue, I'm a really sensitive person. I try not to be, but I really am, so so if some of these things seem small to you, just know because I'm a sensitive person and I overthink things a lot, it gets to me more than, than probably for you and many other people. And it really shouldn't, but it does. And that's something I've been working on really hard for years now. It's a work in progress, let me tell you. So, third horror story. The day after that incident happened, I go into work a little bit on guard, thinking to myself, Lord, please, just let me get through today without any drama. Please. I'm at the cash register again. Customer walks in. She hands me her shirt and saying, hi, I want to return this. Can I go find another shirt first? Or do I have to return first and then shop around or whatever? And so, while she's asking me that question, in the midst of it, I hear someone talking. I thought someone was talking to me because it sounded so close and stuff. So while she's talking to me, I look over to my left because I thought someone was trying to, interrupt me and ask me a question. And so when I looked over to my left, no, it was just the cashier who was just talking hella loud. And so when I realized no one was talking to me, I looked back to the lady and I said, oh, hi, I'm sorry about that. What were you asking? And the woman started screaming at me and got hella pissed off and started, and, said the same question. I want to know if I can return this, and do I have to return it first, or do I have to buy something else and then come back, blah, 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 blah. And I kind of froze, and I was just like, are you really screaming at me right now? Is this really happening? And I was just like, and because I froze, I couldn't really respond to her because I was just like, like she went from 0 to 100 instantly. And when I tried to speak, but like I said, I froze. I couldn't. I was so, I guess, shook by it that she literally snagged the shirt that she was returning out of my hand. It was like, give me that fucking shirt. And I'm just like, keep it together, Cameron. You need this job. You need the experience. Keep it together. Oh, let me tell you, people, I did my very best to hold it in that day. I did my very best to keep it together that day, and not only that, but it happened in front of 2 customers I was ringing out too. So not only that, but I was feeling really embarrassed too because they saw it happen and I saw the looks on their faces. They were like, "Oh, this poor guy." Like, I'm telling people, I wanted to cry. Like the fact that this happened the day after that incident with that rude ass lady was just, no, too much too soon. Nope. So, not too long. Not too long after this happens, a guy about in his early 20s checks out. I'm gonna say it right now. He's a very, how gay guys are sometimes stereotyped to be, bitchy and rude for like no reason, catty, like the popular high school stereotype, high school chick stereotype, whatever. This was this guy that was ringing out. So this guy did not like the way I was folding his clothes, because all I bought was clothes, and then after I scanned everything, I was folding it, and then he just like. I don't even remember what he said, honestly, because this was like 6 years ago, so I'm not gonna remember everything. But this guy was just yelling at me the whole time and saying like stuff like, "Why are you folding the clothes that way? What are you doing? Didn't your manager teach you how to fold the clothes?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm folding it as nicely as I can." Like, and I wasn't doing a sloppy job or anything. I was just folding it the way I've seen other cashiers do it. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but I was just I thought I was folding them the way you're supposed to fold them, but he snatched them out of my hand, folded them themselves, and then the last shirt I was trying to fold, I accidentally dropped, and then he was like, "Really? You had to drop that?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, dude, it was an accident. I'm sorry." And he was like, "Whatever, it's okay." And I'm like, "Clearly it's not okay, considering you want to be a little bitch about it." I obviously didn't say that, but in my mind I was like, I said it. And so he said some other stuff too. He was like really, and I could tell he was gay too, because he talked in a really stereotypical feminine, gay guy voice and stuff, and I'm just sitting there like, you are the very reason why I hate being gay. No, I'm kidding. I can't say that. But I'm telling you guys, this guy was just such a stereotype to what gay guys are stereotyped to be, if that makes sense. Like, it was just, and not, he just wasn't a nice person. It was just, but I just did find, looking back on it, I did find it a little bit comical because, he was, like I said, I feel like he was trying to be, like, really stereotypical, like, I feel like it was something out of a cartoon because he was trying to be so snobby about it, It was, who the hell knows? Fifth horror story. I don't know why I put 2 hands up. Fifth horror story. We're still in 2014. I don't remember these exact events, but I think I'm trying to go in chronological order from how I remember them, but I'm pretty sure we're still in 2014. Fifth horror story. I ring this guy up. This guy's very handsome, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't gay. I ring this guy up. Everything's good. I put everything in bags, and he wants to pay with either debit or credit card, so I choose the option to have the machine run the debit credit card machine, whatever you want to call it. His card isn't going through. And so he tries it again. I think this is before the chip was invented. So he swipes it again, and I'm saying like, is there, yeah, do you want to try your card again? And the guy was like, it's your machine, you figure it out. And I'm sitting there like, really? Me figure it out? I'm just the cashier, dude. I don't know how to fix these things, because for some reason his card wasn't going through. Like I said, I don't know why it wasn't going through. I did everything right on the computer to get the credit debit card machine running. So I don't know why it wasn't going through. And then so I reset it, and then he swiped it again, and it still wasn't going through. And so I'm just feeling like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, I'm doing everything right. It's gonna be your card. And then the guy rolled his eyes at me, like, forget it. I'll just use my fucking credit card. And I'm standing there like, okay, I officially find you incredibly unattractive right now. And then it's so funny because literally the next customer I had after this jerkwad, told me about her. She told me about her experience working in a grocery store. I think it was, oh my god, what was it now? It's gonna. I want to say Walmart. I think it's Walmart. Yeah, she told me about that. She told me about her experience earlier that same day with a customer who got bitchy with her because the customer's card wasn't working, and the woman was like, "No, it's not the machine's fault. It's your card's fault. If your card ain't going through, then it's something got to do with your card or bank. Don't blame me or the machine." And I was just like, "Yeah, I just literally had that exact same experience with this guy here, who got pissed off at me because his card wasn't running." And like I said, I also agree with the woman. If your card isn't working, majority of the time, it's not the machine's fault. It's your card's fault or bank's fault. Like, hey, I'm just the person that freaking, runs the cash register. Don't get pissy with me just because your bank or card is being faulty for that day or whatever. Who the hell knows? But so we are in. Oh, I'm trying to think. What was the next bad experience I could think of that I had? I think, we're 2015 right now because I can't really remember anything that happened in 2014 that, I can identify as a horror story or anything else. So, okay, so the story I'm about to tell you didn't happen to me directly. I just happened to be there in the middle of it. But sometime in the middle of 2015, I'm here ringing a customer out. My former coworker Lauren is on the second register. Also ringing a customer out. A customer comes in and asks Lauren if, do I have to go into a different line to return this item, or can I just be in, one of the register lines to return the item? And then Lauren kind of makes a smart-ass response saying, oh god, I'm trying to remember what she said. It would make the story so much better if I remember exactly what she said, but it was just something like, oh, no, you just go over there, right where you're standing, in the line that hasn't formed yet, and you wait for one of us. I mean, okay, I know this doesn't sound like kind of a smart-ass way, but the way she said it, and, the exact words she used was, pretty smart-assy. So, the woman gets in line, and I see her from the corner of my eye, glaring at Lauren, and the woman yells at Lauren saying, "Oh, am I in the correct line now?" And in my mind, I'm just like, "Oh, dear Lord, here we go." So I ring the customer out. The woman comes to my register, and I'm just sick in my head. Oh, Lord, please don't explode at me, please. Customer slams her return on the register desk, saying, "Hi, can you call our manager, please? Because she needs to deal with that little smartass over there." And I looked over to my left, and I was like, "Oh, Lauren, what'd you do?" And then, so Lauren was like, and started yelling at her because I don't remember what exactly she said, because she started yelling at her, the customer started yelling at her back, and I was just caught in the middle of it, and I'm just like, oh my god, how did I get mixed in between this? I don't, but, so, I call the manager, manager comes, woman tells manager about how Lauren was being disrespectful and rude and smartass, and about, all because she asked a simple question about returning stuff. And so manager talks to Lauren yells at manager. They both go into the office in the back to, I guess, have a more talk outside of, so people can't hear them yelling at each other. I try to apologize to the customer, saying, "I'm so sorry about that. It she's been going through a lot lately." I try to explain to her about why she blew up at the customer like that, and the customer was like, "Oh, no, there was no excuses for what she did. I don't care what she's going on in her life, she doesn't need to bring that shit into work." And I was in my head, I was like, "Oh, yeah, I agree. You can't, you gotta separate your personal life from your professional life. You have to. That's just the way it has to be." I never, unfortunately, I didn't really follow that rule, that much often, because I was moody at work a lot of the time, based on personal stuff, but I did do my best to keep it professional as possible. This girl, on the other hand, didn't, unfortunately, which sucks to say because I was real close friends with her when she worked there. So, to follow up on this story real quick, then I'll get back to the rest of the stories. She doesn't end up getting fired that day, surprisingly. However, her attitude declines further from that day forward. She starts snapping at people. She starts, both customers and associates, I should say. She calls out often, and it got to the point where, like, a couple months after that incident happened, they bring her to the office and tell her that they're suspending her. Now, at our work, when you get suspended, you're gone from work for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then you can come back. But then apparently, now I wasn't here when this happened. I just heard it from my coworkers. But apparently, Lauren said, "No, you know what? You guys are doing way too much right now. I quit. I can't handle you guys anymore. You guys are just being absolutely ridiculous about all this." And so she did. She quit because, I don't know, a lot of stuff was going on in her personal life, and I did really feel bad for her. And I haven't seen her since the day she actually came in a few days after she quit to get her stuff, because she left something in the break room, and she went in there without permission and took it, and she almost got the cops calling her for it. Jesus. But Lauren, if you're watching this, I hope you're doing well. I know it's been like 5 years now since we taught each other, but I hope you're doing well. Anyways, continue on with the stories. Oh boy. Let me think. We're still in 2015, by the way. We haven't skipped to 2016 yet. I would say the next horror story I can think of would be when I was one day, I think this was like in the beginning of fall 2015. So when I go into work that day, I was a little bit sick. However, I'd made the dumb mistake of working out before coming to work, while knowing that I was kind of sick. So working out while I was kind of sick actually accentuated, if that's even the right term to use, the effects of my sickness that day. So I should just call it that day. I should have, because I was all over the place that day mentally, and it's just I was not me. So but basically the main thing that happened that day was that these girls are at the candy section or candy area of my register, because each register has a little candy bar area. They weren't coming. I didn't think they were coming to get in line or anything. I thought they were just looking at the candies and stuff. So I call the next person, next in line or whatever, and the group of girls come forward with not candy. They come with a couple of return items. Okay, I didn't see the return items at first. I literally just thought that they were just stopping to look at the candy first, and then when I did that, there was a guy that was far back in line, and the guy yelled at me, saying stuff like, "Hey, I saw you. Why the hell did you do that for? Blah 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 blah." And started yelling at me as he came over to closer to my register, but he was actually going to the register behind me. So he's yelling the whole time at me and also at these girls, and the girls was like, "Oh, sorry, we'll let you go first." And the guy was like, "No, fuck that. You guys go first. Jesus Christ, I don't want to fucking deal with this right now." And I'm just like, I was just rolling my eyes the whole time. I was just like, I was so out of it, and I was just like, I'm sorry. I fucked up. I can't be here. So I mean, it was my mistake. I did actually see the guy in line, but I legitimately thought that those girls weren't going to be coming over here next. But also in my defense, I didn't really get the opportunity to say something, because as soon as the girls stepped forward into my register, that's when the guy started running his mouth off at me. So it's like, okay, whatever. Okay, and then later that year, I think probably October 2015. Like I said previously, I was moody at work at times. I really was, and I shouldn't have been. But my mom was going through a type of liver disease at this time, and the doctors were not sure that if she was going to live. Like, we were all in the dark for like a couple months around this time, that if she was going to live or not. Like, her skin turned green because of it, and I don't remember the exact name of the disease, but it has something to do with her liver, and it was just really affected me, both at work and at school, and I just, like I said, I just became really moody because of it. So, one day I was at work. I hear someone call for me. This guy says, "Hey pal," or "Hey buddy," or something like that. I turn around. I don't see anybody there, so I'm just like, okay, but there was someone there. So I just walk away. Like a minute or two later, I get a call on my walkie-talkie, or walkies, whatever you want to call them, saying, "Hey Cameron, could you come back to this shoe section real quick?" And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh boy, I got like a gut feeling that's okay. What's this doesn't seem good. So I go back to the shoe section. There's a guy there looking hella pissed off at me. And I don't remember, I'm trying to think, like, what, I don't remember how the conversation was started, and was like, and so, basically the context of this was that the same guy that told my manager about me was the guy that was calling out for me. But like I said, when I turned around to look for who called out, I didn't see anybody there. So this guy was really pissed off with me. He was giving me dirty looks all the time, and the only thing I remember him saying was, "Thanks. Thanks a lot." And I'm just standing there like, okay, what's going on here? And I didn't say anything the whole time because once again, I froze because I was just like, and then I don't know what to say. Like, I was just kind of confused, but, and kind of irritated and just, I don't know. It just, I still think about that incident to this day because, like I said, the guy was really pissed off at me. Like, he legitimately looked like he was going to kill me. I'm not going to lie. That guy looked like he was going to fucking choke slam me to the ground. He was kind of a big dude, too. And so I'm just standing the whole time like, okay, dude, like, calm down. Like, take it easy. But, in that guy's defense, I should have, said something like, did someone call for me? Something like that when I turned around previously. Said something like that because, like I said, I didn't see anybody when I turned around. However, in my defense, when I turned around, the guy should have said something. Because basically he assumed that I intentionally ignored him when I didn't mean to. Because, like I said, there was no one behind me there. I didn't see anyone behind me, so I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, I must have just been hearing things or whatever. So I think that was just like a bad miscommunication story, whatever you want to call it. And I guess also possibly maybe the guy was just like kind of in a bad mood too, and I guess, like I say, maybe he just assumed that I was intentionally ignoring him and that kind of put him in a worse mood. I don't know, but I still felt bad either way for doing that because like I said, I didn't intentionally mean to ignore him, but at the same time, no one was behind me. It's like, okay, no one, if I don't see anyone behind me, what do you want me to do? I feel like the guy kind of overreacted as well because, like I said, the guy looked like he wanted to fucking strangle me. Retail stores, serious business. Ay. Yeah, can you tell I just look tired just explaining this to you all. No, but anyways, we think what else was there? I know I've got at least a few more. I know I've got at least a few more. Oh, I got one. Okay. Yeah, took a while. So this lady, I'm working the shoe section, by the way. This lady comes up to me, asks me why these exact same pair of shoes, why is one on clearance, which means, usually means lower price, and this one's on a regular price, usually higher priced. I don't remember what the shoes were. It was like, I think some kind of heels. And basically I told her that, for our, I don't know if this is like universal. I don't know if this rule applies to all retail stores, but for our store, Burlington, I told her, well, it really depends on the reason why the prices are different, why one's in clearance, why one isn't. It really depends on how long it's been in the store, if the item was bought but then returned at some point, if the item was clearly damaged or blah blah blah, and the woman just rolled her eyes and I was like, okay, got it, whatever, thanks, bye. And she walked away, and I'm just standing there like, what, lady, do you think I'm lying or something? Like, I'm literally telling you the rules, okay? Like, don't get bitchy with me just because it is what it is. Yeah, I know, fun times, alright guys. I gotta love retail. Let me see what else. Oh, this one, same year. This woman was returning a few items. However, because she was past the 30-day limit, or a 30-day deadline or whatever, she could still get, something back, but it was just store credit. So when I told her that, she was like, wait, no, that can't be right. I should still be able to get my money back. I'm still going to be in the store. I'm still planning on buying stuff, so I should still be able to get money back. And I was just like, if you want to talk to my manager about it, you can, but there's that's the rule. And she was like, yeah, please call your manager because I don't agree with that at all. And in my head, I was like, oh my god, kill me now. So I call my manager. Manager comes up, tells her the exact same thing I just told her, and she yells at her. I don't remember exactly what she yelled at her, but she yells at her and gets pissed off, and just goes off somewhere in the store to find whatever she's buying. And as I'm bringing the next customers out, the same customer that yelled at my manager starts walking over to my register. And in my head, I was like, oh god, no, please, 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 don't blow up at me, please. And the customer says to me, I don't know, oh my god, I'm trying to remember what she said. Okay, she said something like, you know what, I'm still gonna buy things in the store, but tell your manager that she's a sorry ass bitch. And when she said that to me, and the customers heard it too, like, she said it loud enough for the customers to hear. And I'm just like, oh my god, holy shit, I cannot believe she just said that right in front of my face in front of customers. And the customers were like, oh my god, what is that lady's problem? And I'm just standing like, hell if I know. We deal with fucking drug addicts, insane people all the time here. I feel like it's absolute insanity. I feel like yeah, when you work in retail, you deal with all kinds of people, folks. All kinds of people. So, but then eventually, the lady comes back, and she looks like she's in a better mood, and she doesn't yell or swear anymore. So that was good. But I asked my manager, hey, did you hear what she called you, or did anybody tell you about what the lady said about you? And my manager was like, oh yeah, I heard what she said. Don't worry, I've been called worse here. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I can only imagine what else should be called. Oh god. Yeah, so we're now in 2016. Honestly, 2016 was actually a really good year in terms of working at retail. Because that's when I really started to care less and less about what people were thinking about me. The only thing I can really think that happened to me that year that just really grated my nerves. This one didn't really grate my nerves, but just annoyed me a little bit was there was a couple coming. They were buying hella baby clothes and stuff, and they were talking about something. I don't even remember what they were talking about, but I think they were discussing, something to do with their baby, whatever, baby clothes, baby stuff. I don't know. Anyways, and I was like, "Oh, you guys having a baby?" And the woman was like, "Yeah, obviously." And I'm just standing there like, okay, smartass. It was just an observation. Yeah. Yeah, I got those every now and then too. Customers being little smartasses and stuff when I'm just trying to make friendly conversation. And it's just like, get over yourself. Oh no, I just kind of spit. Sorry. It's like, come on, you don't need to be a smartass like that. I'm just trying to make friendly conversation. Because if I don't, I will be deemed as closed off and cold, like I usually come across. But I really am not, because I'm just really introverted. Okay, I'm just shy and introverted. I don't know what you want to say, but like I said, working retail really opened me up a little bit more. So, like I said, thankful for that. Another thing that happened in 2016. We were closing. It was 10 minutes to closing. There was a couple in the back. They were still shopping. Looked like they were still shopping around. And I told the guys, hey, just so you know, we have 10 minutes till closing. So, just make sure to, wrap it up so you don't, get behind. And the woman was like, I know, I heard the fucking announcement, okay? And so I was just sitting like, alright, bitch. Go fuck yourself then. In my head, of course. And once again, retail customers just love to be little smartasses and little bitches while they're at it. You know? Yeah, it's never ending entertainment, shall we say. No. The worst kind of entertainment I could think of, honestly. But yeah, that's it for retail horror stories from Burlington Coat Factory. Honestly, and there's probably a few more I can't think of right now, honestly. There probably is. I just feel like if I were to name every single horror story I can remember, I think I'd be reaching a little bit because, you know, they want. I don't, like I said, I'm a sensitive person. These were just retail customers being assholes. I don't even know if you can really consider them horror stories, but I'm calling it that because I don't know what the hell else to call it. I really don't. And interestingly enough, for the 2.5 years I worked there, I never experienced anything like super crazy. Like no one stealing anything, no one, starting physical fights with, associates or other customers. Like I was really shocked at that. I worked there for that long at a retail store, and I didn't see anything like extremely bizarre happen. I think that's like unheard of in the retail world for working that long. So, I don't know. Anyways, part 2 of the series is going to come up either tomorrow or the day after, and it's going to be focused on Sears and my university's bookstore. That's and a little bit preview of Sears real quick. I only worked at Sears for 1 week. I lasted there for 1 week. I quit on the spot. Oh my god. That 1 week alone, I experienced more stress and hell than I have in the whole 2.5 years at Burlington Coat Factory. And you will see why. Alright. Hope you guys have a good day. And if you're working in retail, I'm so sorry. But if you genuinely enjoy it, more power to you. I'm a little bit jealous because I wish I could genuinely enjoy retail. But I don't. I'm not that kind of person. But if you are, props to you. Mad props to you. Go for it. I hope you succeed in life. Well, I hope you all succeed in life, but I'm especially going to people that are working in retail and especially to the ones that enjoy it. Alright, later guys, bye.